Well, it appears that the recent unique item glitch has caused some huge problems for Diablo 4. If you've been living underneath a rock, then you probably did not know that the unique items such as Ring of Starless Sky, Doombringer, and so on were dropping excessively from chests. They of course have patched this glitch recently, yet also released a hotfix that has caused more problems for loot drops. We are going to talk about this issue, including much more in today's video. If this is your second time coming by the channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notifications, and give the video a like if you found anything interesting. Now, the hotfix that I mentioned at the start of the video can be found right here on Blizzard's official site. So let's take a look at the top here as it states hotfix 2-July 7th, 2023-1.0.4, which would be the patch, of course. And right underneath this you can see the bug fixes, including the issue that was addressed. So this seems great, right? I suppose that depends on who you're talking to. Regardless, there is more information to this that unfortunately is going to cause some sort of uproar. Also, not to mention, there is some intriguing information on how many players were able to successfully acquire one of those unique items. Continuing on though, the developer note states right here, quote, "With the above change, we have re-enabled Uber unique drops in Diablo 4. In total, we have discovered that only 142 accounts obtained an Uber unique between the launch of 1.0.4 and when we disabled Uber unique items from the game on the evening of July 6. We do not plan on removing these items from the accounts. In the future, we may need to take action to maintain fairness within the game when a bug or exploit impacts the gameplay of others." End quote. They have of course mentioned re-enabling Uber unique drops, as well as bringing up the fact that 142 accounts were able to obtain one of those unique items. This seems a bit off in my opinion, because recently they've had some issues counting the total amount of hardcore players that were able to acquire rank 100. So to say that it was, quote, only 142 accounts, end quote, seems way far-fetched, so most likely there were more players than just the amount said. Also, the fact that a good portion of you out there wanted the servers to be reverted is kind of sad, because if it was the other way around, most likely you would not want this to happen. And thankfully Blizzard is going to allow these players to keep their items that they received from those Hail Tides events. But you know, this is great news, not just for the fellas that were able to get those items to drop. This is good news for all of us, because we are not going to be able to lose out on any of the items that we have recently picked up. Moving onwards here with the hotfix notes, we have more to this, because underneath the developer notes we have gameplay changes. This is where most of you are going to lose your mind. So take a look here at the following text that the devs have left behind. Quote, "Helltide chests will now have the chance to drop any unique and not be restricted to a specific item slot limitation from any chest," end quote. So yeah, targeting specific loot is not possible after the recent hotfix. This means that if you had the idea to use your Cinder on helmets, chests, because let's say you wanted to acquire a Harley Quinn crest, then you're going to have some struggles, because any of the unique items can drop. So a unique staff, arm, legs, and so on can drop as well, so it's not just helmets. Regardless, even if the chest has a helmet icon. If you had the idea of sitting back once you got home and collecting a good amount of Cinder just to farm for those gorgeous Uber unique items, then you might as well put that dream to rest, because it's not feasible at all anymore. Sadly, this ruins the whole idea and point of these chests, because let's say I want something like Tempest Roar, most likely something like a unique leg or arm can drop instead. This completely shuts down my motivation to travel to Helltides, then farm for those unique Uber items. I find it sort of frustrating that they are taking these band-aid steps instead of fixing it up and giving us a better chance at picking up these items. I mean, at this point, it's going to be a few years before any of us can equip one of these unique gear pieces. And to further prove what I'm saying is true, they left one more developer note here at the bottom that says, quote, "With the above change, players will now be able to find unique items from all Helltide chests uber unique items also have a chance to be found from all chests, end quote. And sure, this is terrible to see, yet I have some great tips and tricks for you that should help you out in the long run. You might be wondering, what is it? Well, when it comes down to farming for those items, you of course want to mainly loot the mystery chest instead of the single chests. The clip right here is 2 different chests that dropped some unique items. Unfortunately, it was some of the ones that I've already picked up in the past, yet I found this more rewarding not only for loot, yet for higher chances of those uniques. What I've noticed in the past is that when I target specific loots, such as helmets or even legs or whatever it really is, I chose to do helmets specifically, of course, for the Harlequin. Yet, the luck was just complete crap. I was not able to even come close to a unique item. This is where you're going to be able to benefit more from the mystery chest. Am I saying do not attempt at it? No, absolutely, that's not what I'm saying. What I would recommend mainly is just to target the mystery chest, do the first 2, then target the rest of the chests that are single items. So if you want to acquire one of the rings, you can just specifically go after the chest with the rings, but you got to think again, it's gonna have a chance of popping up a different unique item that you may not want. But regardless, it's probably beneficial for you because you may acquire something that you've not been able to acquire in the past. But regardless, this is what you're going to have to try out mainly. And it's going to help out quite a lot because what you can do after you've loot the first 2 chests and you loot all the other items, if you give it about 30 minutes into the Helltide event, it should change the specifically the mystery chest locations, so you can then go to different parts of the map and loot it some more up. And this is just another way to pick up more items. I think this is going to benefit you guys quite a lot, and hopefully this does help out. Now, on the other hand, if you're not a big fan of the Helltides event, or maybe you want to try something completely different, you of course can try out the loot cave that I posted up about 2 days ago. Is it great for uniques? Probably not the best, but it's great for legendary items in general, so if you need something to attempt at on the side while you're waiting for the Helltide event to pop up, it's well worth trying out, and I think you're going to benefit from that as well. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video so far, and if you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, ask them down below. I will try to reply back within the first hour or 2. Other than that, thank you to everyone that's currently subscribed, and I'll see you all in the next video.